The wait is finally over with the 5 missing youths from Arunachal Pradesh returned home after a period of 8 days. The 5 youths from Arunachal Pradesh who went missing since the 2nd of this month from the jungles of Nacho along the line of actual control in the frontier state were handed over to the Indian Army by the China's People's Liberation Army today. The 5 youths were handed over to the Indian Army at Kibithu, where they are being kept in 14 days of institutional quarantine, after which they will reunite with their families. The youths had accidentally crossed the border to the Chinese side on September 2nd, and the handing over of youths took place at Damai Kibithu sector in Arunachal Pradesh. So top focus at this hour, viewers, the wait is finally over with the 5 missing youths from Arunachal Pradesh returned home after a period of 8 days. And the 5 youths from Arunachal Pradesh who went missing since the 2nd of this month from the jungles of Nacho along the line of actual control in the frontier state were handed over to the Indian Army by the China's People's Liberation Army today. And the 5 youths were handed over to the Indian Army at Kibithu, where they are being kept in 10 days of institutional quarantine, after which they will be reunited with their family members. And the youths had accidentally crossed the border to the Chinese side on September 2nd, and the handing over of youths took place at the Damai Kibithu sector in Arunachal Pradesh. Notably, the Indian Army clarified that the missing youths had accidentally crossed over to the Chinese side on September 2nd. Earlier, there were media reports from the frontier state that the missing youths were abducted by the personnel of the China's PLA. However, the clarification from the defense authorities has now ruled out the abduction claims. The 5 persons who were handed over belong to the Tagin community and went missing from the jungles near Nacho bordering China while they were out hunting. The youths are Toch Singham, Prasad Ringling, Dongtu Ibia, Tanu Bakar and Nagaru Devi. And meanwhile, our colleague Ripunjay Das spoke to Lieutenant Colonel Harshvardhan, who said that the 5 Arunachali youth have been taken to Kibithu in Anjor district post-release and would be kept in 10 days of institutional quarantine before they are let off to go home.
Finally, the much anticipated news has come. The youths have been handed over. So what do you like to say?
Yes, it is a great news. This is a very positive sign. You can very well see what I told you earlier. Both sides are very positive. Finally, all the 5 Arunachali boys have landed in our ground.
So where are they right now and what are their conditions?
Look, today morning at 9:30, the PLA had handed them over to us and Damai. In the Chinese side, on the Chinese side. And then we got them to Kibithu. The documentation is being done. Everything is being done. And there are some necessary protocols and procedures which are being carried out. After this, after all this is done, then all 5 will be kept under the COVID-19 protocol, that is 14 days of quarantine. And then they'll be handed over to the family members.
Everything went up smoothly?
Yeah, that's what I was telling from the first day itself. It's a very normal procedure and everything is going, like everything will go smoothly. That's what I said on the first time when I had spoken to you. The same thing I'm again saying. It's a very normal procedure. It's a day-to-day thing for both of us. So, as I told earlier also these people had gone across. There was one civilian who had gone across in April. He was given back by PLA. Then recently, you must have seen a few days back, 3 people had strayed over to our side and then in Sikkim, and we had returned them. So it's a very normal thing, and you can see both sides are very positive.